The unconditional love of a parent is a universal thing. They would do anything to protect their children. And you will never be able to find a greater protective force than a mother's instinct to protect its offspring. This instinct is what keeps us alive during our toddler days when we are basically helpless. Our parents feed us, clothe us, and teach us how to look both ways before crossing the road. But what does it look like in the wild? Let us find out. Welcome to another episode of Wonder World. Today we are looking at some of the most incredible and unusual ways animals make sure their children survive. Let's get started. Number 10. Octopi. We all know that mothers sacrifice a lot for their babies. But you will be surprised at the level of sacrifice that female octopus do to protect their offspring. A female octopus lays about 50,000 to 200,000 eggs. She has a strategy to ensure the survival of these offsprings. She separates the eggs into subgroups based on factors like size, shape, and yes, their likelihood of survival. Then, in the coming months, to ensure their survival, she dedicates her life to protect them from predators. She also ensures that the young ones get enough oxygen to fight off harmful bacteria by constantly pushing water currents towards the eggs. She is so concentrated on keeping her babies alive that she forgets to feed herself. Because of this, she often ends up passing away shortly after they hatch. This tentacular creature definitely deserves our praise for her sacrifice. Number 9. Pandas. After marsupials like koalas and kangaroos, pandas have the highest offspring-to-parent ratio. Their newborns are tiny and only weigh about 3 to 5 ounces and far less than a human baby. We know that adult pandas are quite chunky, and it's a bit of a surprise that their newborns are this small. In addition to this, panda babies are born blind. When considering all these, we can see why they are extremely fragile and need a lot of care. It is clear that panda cubs need a lot of attention, which is why panda moms cradle their cubs almost constantly for months on end. Due to a panda's cute and cuddly nature, you might be tempted to pet them. But best not try your luck if a panda mom just had a baby. Number 8. Cowbirds. This bird takes a peculiar route to parenting. They find surrogates to raise their babies and get it done rather forcefully. When a brown-headed cowbird is ready to lay eggs, she will literally deposit them inside another bird's nest. It only takes her seconds to lay her eggs. After depositing them in some other bird's nest, she will hover nearby to ensure that the birds feed them and take care of them. Or else she will attack their nest, practically forcing them to raise their kids for her. Number 7. Emperor penguins. I have to say, babies this cute deserve to be pampered and taken care of a lot. Check out the measures taken by the emperor penguin to take care of their babies. After giving birth, the female emperor penguin will actually leave her family behind to go replenish at sea for almost 2 months. This may sound selfish at once, but there is a reason behind it. She does so to rebuild her strength after pregnancy, which she later spends on her newborn babies to nurture them. Who take care of the babies when she's away, you might wonder? It is none other than their father, the male emperor penguin. For 2 months, the father will carry the eggs around on his feet. And just like the female octopus, completely forget to eat until the mother returns. After returning, she will regurgitate some of her pre-digested food for the baby, while the father now takes his turn out at sea. They use this mechanism until the baby is strong enough to feed on its own. These are some inspiring parenting tactics. Maybe humans can learn a little from them. Number 6. Alligators. We know you might be surprised. All these measures are taken mostly to protect her babies from other gators looking for a snack. A lot of the time, she would put her kids inside her wide mouth to keep them safe. Yep, those huge snouts with sharp teeth are good for much more than just hunting and feeding. If you ever want to test how serious an alligator mom is about her babies, why not try petting one while they're in her mouth? Just kidding, don't even think about it. Number 5. Tree kangaroos. We all know that a kangaroo baby has the best aboard in its young days. They just cozily stay inside their mama's pouch. But unlike your average kangaroo, tree kangaroos live in mountainous cloud forests at elevations of up to 11,000 feet. They spend most of their time in trees where they feed mostly on leaves, ferns, moss and bark. Female tree kangaroos give birth to one offspring at a time. After birth, the tiny baby, often called as a joey, crawls to a teat located inside the mother's pouch. Here it attaches itself to nurse for up to an year. The mother regularly cleans her pouch and grooms her infant throughout the whole phase. At about 8 months, the baby starts to leave the cozy pouch, but will keep coming back to nurse and spend some quality time with mom. This in and out phase is transitional and lasts for 1 or 2 months before they are weaned off of mom. Even after that, they continue to stay with mom for about another half a year until they finally venture out and establish their own home range. Number 4. Elephants. It is never easy to raise a child. And we have heard our adults say that it takes a village to raise a child. This saying has never rung true than with elephants. Terns watching over each other's children are also called mothers. I think it makes perfect sense after carrying around a nearly 300-pound baby for over 20 months. You'd probably need some rest. Number 3. Spiders. You might be surprised, but spiders are great moms. A good example for this is the South American Mesobolava auranticus, a species that has proven to be a supermom. During her pregnancy, this mama holds her egg sac constantly in her jaws until it hatches, completely oblivious to hunger and forgetting food until it's time for her young to hatch. In the meantime, wolf spider moms carry their egg sac on their silk-producing organs to keep them safe. Even after they hatch, the mama spider carries her precious cargo on her back until they're ready to shed their skin. This is a whole other level of sacrifice. Number 2. Meerkats. Can you imagine a poisonous scorpion being a staple in someone's diet? We are very familiar with this cute and harmless critter because of the Lion King movie. But they regularly feed on these stinging poisonous scorpions. And it takes a while to learn how to handle the dangerous prey. Due to this, their moms and rest of the family patiently tutor the newborn pups how to carefully deal with the venomous arachnids. For instance, adults will injure scorpions and disable their stingers before passing on the still living prey to older pups so they can learn and practice. What a genius method to protect and feed your young ones at the same time. Finally, we are at number 1. Jacana birds. Back in 2015, a South African jacana was spotted as he scooped up his newborns after sensing danger, leaving just the youngster's leg dangling out of his feathers. Believe it or not, male jacanas perform all the nesting duties and care for their babies from eggs to chicks. An African jacana male cares for its chicks until they are anywhere from 40 to 70 days old. Submerged into dad's feathers, the jacana chicks remain well protected. What are your thoughts on these parenting styles? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, and if you like this video, you're definitely gonna wanna check our other videos.